All right, everybody. Ralph Havens here, and I think we are live. I had a hard time trying to figure out the Facebook for some reason. It wasn't doing that, so I'll put that up on Facebook a bit later. But something really cool came to me today, and I was thinking thinking about it. So I want to share it with you, and I think it'll help. I hope it helps you figure some stuff out and clear some more stuff out of your way of getting healthy and happy and doing what you want to do in life. And an interesting thing, you know, it's kind of like water, and I'll explain that in a minute. But what you can do if you want is to test something. Of course, if you've been on my videos, I like to test real things like your neck, your shoulders, walk around, see how tall you are, see how your back feels, see how your arms move, kind of like do things that if you haven't been able to do something in a while, like touch a certain part of your back or move a certain way, test it right now. Because the way this stuff works is you can have a change even from sitting in the chair you're in right now. And then it's kind of cool to notice what's different. And you can watch the video again and then notice some more that's different and share it and let people know how to have shifts in their body, how to have things change simply from watching a video. So you can test things if you like. Now, one thing that you can do if you want is to think about something that just makes you really angry, and especially something that makes you angry that you're right about, some kind of thing you're fighting. Like, with me, it's the idea that they're trying to mandate vaccines for everybody and have laws that everybody has to get vaccinated against their will, and the state's going to control your own body and even your kid's body. So, I have some anger about that, and it's a fight, and I'm doing stuff to make the world better. And there might be somebody that owes you money, and you're angry at that because they just never pay you back. And or you might be angry at something that your parents did even years ago, or you might be angry at who knows what, some sort of moral issue, maybe Trump, maybe something related to climate change, something that just really gets you angry. And then here's an interesting exercise. So you can try this if you like. And this is definitely not for the faint of heart. This is going to go deep. And even if my voice doesn't go deep. So think about that, and think about if somehow the other side came over to your side, and not only came over to your side, but completely embraced your side, and there was nothing else to fight about, nothing else to be angry about. It all came to be. Everything was good. No more anger. Nothing to be angry about. And what might that be like? Would you need to find something else to be angry about? And if you sat with that a bit, could there be something underneath that? Once you didn't have any anger that had to be directed towards somebody or some kind of wrong thing in the world, that righteous indignation, that righteous rightness, that you were right and they were morally wrong, and you were needing to fight this fight. If you didn't have to fight the fight anymore, if it was gone, and you didn't need to be angry anymore at that, would you be looking for the next thing to be angry about? Or if you could sit there without that anger, what might you notice? Would you be kind of like missing the fight, missing the opponent? If you really could change the world, then what might be left in you? Who knows what might come up, right? some sadness, some grief, maybe a fear. Yeah, if you didn't have that thing to be angry about anymore, would you miss it? Is there some part of you that kind of likes the fight, that you get a little satisfaction from being right? So in that space, something might start to change in you, and you might get some kind of epiphanies about things, or you may not. But there's something that's there when you no longer need to fight. And it's kind of like water, I think, you know, like water's going down the Grand Canyon and the Colorado River, and there's a big rock in the way, and water doesn't worry about that. It goes around it, and it is gone. Maybe the rock is still pissed off that water didn't stop, but water is gone. It's going, it goes where it goes. No need to fight. It just goes where it goes. So that's a really cool exercise to do, because if you really do sit with that and consider that, is there some sort of need for your opponent, some sort of need for you to be right about something? And your logical brain could go, oh yeah, but it is true. And your reasoning brain is like, yeah, look at all the facts. But if you consider just kind of, if you didn't have to be angry at that anymore, if it was done, would you miss it a little bit? And then what is that shows up? So in that space, there's something that, some magic might show up for you, some true way to get to whatever that is that's in the way. Is there some kind of benefit you're getting from the struggle? And if it was gone, what would be left then? Isn't that cool? Now, what you can do is test and retest your neck and your shoulders, and you're walking around, and feel how the speed of your walking. And you can notice what's different if you like. Because every day when I do these YouTube videos or Facebook Lives, or even my emails, it's encoded with something. It's encoded with that space. So would you know if something was different after watching a video if you didn't test? And would you maybe miss it if something was different for the rest of the day if you didn't make a mental note about, like, wow, that's different. So it's kind of cool to start to notice a little bit of, okay, what is different? And so a really cool thing to do is test something that you can retest right away afterwards, and then watch the video and then retest, and then walk around and see how the next 5 minutes goes and see how the next day goes. And it's really cool to kind of notice how fast something can change. So if you want more of this kind of stuff, my masterclass is at autoimmuneanswers.com. And it's a whole class of these kind of ideas of how to go find what your body's protecting you from, really. What is that anger protecting you from? Isn't that cool? So I hope this helps. Happy Friday if you're watching live. Share it, spread the word, test things before and after, have your friends and family test things before and after, and let's get out there and live. Let's really live. All right, everybody. Bye now.